Yes, ma. Thank you, ma. In the last class, we have seen how to parse the data. Given parsing data, we have seen in the last class. See, ma. This is the thing we seen yesterday. See how we are going to retrieve the uh, given data from the metadata using various string functions. How to retrieve the particular address? I required only the address. I means what is the domain, the website, right? Suppose you have a the plenty of lines are there. From there, you need to require the only domains. So what are the domains we are going to use? That one we have seen yesterday, and as well as yesterday I have given one task. What is that? You have to retrieve. So this one I will show you. So I explained yesterday, but I have given one assignment. The assignment is you have to retrieve the username from the given sentence. But no one submitted your task, ma. I have given the assignment, so no one submitted your assignment. If you have any doubts, please ask me in the chat box. I will explain. If you really stuck anywhere, right? So if you solve the assignments, then only you can understand the how the particular methods or remaining things are useful to your real-time environment, right? Without practicing, without attempting the assignments, there is no use, right? There is a reason. Please attempt the assignments. If you have any doubts, please ask me. So this is the data, right? This is the data. What you need to do? You need to extract the, this is the sentence, right? Simply you just use a split method. You just use a split method. Using split method, split method, you can divide the entire sentence into the parts. If you apply split method, what you will get, ma? What you will get? So you will get from this sentence is in parts, ma. First one is from, right? The next one you will get Stephen something, Stephen dot m at the rate of so uctc something, comma sat, right? So where your username is appear in the first index, right? This is zero index and this is the first index. The next task is you have to split the first index. So for example, this you can consider as a s1, right? s1 dot split off, s1 dot split off at, if you apply at, what happened? The entire statement is divided into two parts. This entire statement is divided into two parts. This is in zero index, this is in first index. If you print the zero index, if you will get the zero index, then simply that is your answer. By using simply split method, you are going to extract the username from the given sentence. Okay, if you have any doubts, ask me. If you don't have doubts, we'll just go to the next part of the strings. Today is the last part of the strings. Anything, if you have any doubts or anything, please ask me. See how we are going to extract the uct.ac.zda. Yesterday use a find method. So yesterday we have seen all the things, ma. Okay. After performing certain operations, finally you will get this is the answer. Right? Right? In the today class we are going to see the format specifiers. So up to now, if you want to print, just using print, you are going to print the data. But if you want to format, so what is meaning of format? See, for example, sum of 2 and 3 is 5. If you want to print this message, so A is contains 2 and B is contains 3 and C contains the result, ma. If you want to print this message, so how you are going to handle this kind of situation using print, ma? If you want to do the same thing, should use like this. So the way is print print of, first you can write sum of, okay, after that you should write a comma, after that and, after that b, right, after that is, after that c. This is the way you need to handle this kind of situation. But if you use format specifiers, if you use format specifiers, see the work is very easy. Sir, what are the format specifiers? You just recall your C language. If you know the C language, you just recall your C language. So in a C language, if you want to display or print integer values, what is the format specifier you are going to use? %d, right? If you want to print float value, what is the format specifier you are going to use? %s. Same like that. See, format operator, percentage is the percentage. Allow use to construct the strings, replacing the parts of the string with the data stored in a variables. Data stored in the variables. If you want to handle the formatting, simply by using the percentile. See, please remember, if you don't know the C language, please remember, if you want to handle integers, use %d. If you want to handle integers, you should use %d. If you want to handle strings, you should use %s. If you want to float, you just use %f. Please remember these three format specifiers. By using these format specifiers, we are going to handle the data. See, camels contains 42. Camel is a variable, right? So you have assigned that value is 42. Now you need to print the data. See, I have spotted 42 camels. That is the requirement. Okay, what I need to print? I have spotted 42 camels. If you want to the display, so in the normal way you should use like this. So every time you need to specify with a comma, right? That is not required here. Simply you just write the statement as it is. But wherever you need to print the variable, simply in that place you just use %d. %d. Why %d, sir? What is the reason why you used a %d? Means, see, 42 is the which type? It is an integer type, right? It is an integer type. If it is an integer type, so you should use %d. Is this clear? Why I use the %d here? If you execute the statement, see, I have spotted 42 camels. This is the format specifiers. In online compilers or online JEDs, if you want to print the data in certain format, you should use this kind of pattern. It is very helpful. This one is very helpful. Right? Is this clear? And sir, for example, if I want to print 3 or more variables at a time, what is the process? Means this is the process, In %d years, I have spotted %g. Oh, sorry, this is f, sorry, it's mistaken. %f and %c. Please note this. If you want to print more than 3 variables, you simply put all the variable names inside a bracket and protected with the %. By using that, you can print all the data. If you want to print more than 2 variables at a time, if you want to print more than one variable, okay, you should use % with brackets, right? You should separate these two with, is not required, don't use any comma here. Please note this, I'm not using any comma. After the end of the string, I simply write the the data which I required, which I am going to print, which the data is I am going to print. I just use it here. Is this clear? Is this clear, ma? Right? So like that you are going to handle the percentage and format specifiers. Format specifiers. Right? Next, in 3 years, I have spotted 0.1 camels. In 3 years, I have spotted 3.1 camels. So you should use the order. So whatever the order used here. Here first integer and float and string, right? Should use the same order. Don't change the order. The order which you are going to print in the variable format, the same format, the format specifier should be appear. That is the primary rule. Okay, don't mix that. So sir, here I use integer, can I use here float? Means no. Okay, the order should be same. The order should be same. The order which you are going to use here, that order should be appear in the same way. That order should be appear in the same way. Right? Next. So what is the mistake here? What is the mistake you have done? Please find the mistake. What is the mistake here? If you observe clearly, how many percentage D you wrote? Means your requirement is you are going to print 3 values, 3 integer values. 3 integer values. Right? As per this statement. But how many variables or how many values you are given? You are given only 2 values, right? It's only 2. But here 3. Both are mismatched. Both are mismatched. So is not enough arguments for format string. Should match the arguments, whatever you have given here, that should be matched with the format specifiers. Format specifiers. See, what is the error here? Observe carefully. This is the process of debugging. This is the process of debugging. What is the mistake you have done here? See, percentage D, you closed here and you wrote that dollars, right? Percentage D means here this one is a string. This is the string, right? This is the string. But here, what is the format specifier you used? Integer. This is an integer and this is the string. Both are mismatched, right? So if both are mismatched, it will generate an error. So order, count and the type should be same, right? If you have any mistakes in the order or for anything, you will get an error. Okay, be clear with this format specifiers. Okay. Next, what is an error in this program? Can anyone tell? What is an error in this program? See, while true, you know very well, this is the, what is this? This is the infinity loop. Already we have seen this program. This is the infinity loop. Infinity loop means this loop is repeating, right? The next thing is, we are going to read line by line. We are going to read line by line. Next, if you will get a hash, if you get a hash, you simply skip the statement. So what is the meaning of skip? Means I explained the continue. Continue is a statement is used to skip the statement when you get a hash, right? If you get a done, if you enter done, then break means stop the process. This one is stop the process. Else, if you overcome, if you are not entering a hash and if you not enter the break, you simply print that line, right? This is the process. But what is the mistake? What is the mistake in this line? Can anyone tell? What is the mistake in this given line? Observe carefully and let me know what is the mistake in this given program. If you observe clearly, see, for example, first I am enter hi, right? It print hi. If you enter hash tell, right? It print nothing, because if you enter hash, it simply skip the statement. If you enter nothing, you just press enter. Press enter 2 means that is also is considered line 1. But when you comes to here line of 0, you entered empty space, right? Empty space means it contains null. It contains null. That time it doesn't have a length. It doesn't have a length. Means the line of 0, it gives an error is array out of bound exception. Array out of bound exception. Is this clear? Why I am getting this an error? If I enter space, just nothing, I didn't enter anything, I press enter simply. If I press enter, what happens? It compares what it is going to it is going to compare a line of 0, but I didn't enter anything. Means that is an empty string. Empty string, there is no index of 0. If there is no index of 0, then simply shown an error is array out of bound exception. Okay, sir, how we are going to handle this kind of situations? I have two things here. By using two ways, we are going to handle this kind of situation. The first one is, already we have seen yesterday, string methods. If a line starts with hash, starts with is the function. It doesn't bother about the index. If a line starts with hash or not. If it is true, means it returns true when it starts with hash. Otherwise, it returns false. That may be empty line or that may be empty strings. It doesn't bother about the thing. Only the thing it is going to concentrate is the line is starts with hash or not. To know that one, you just use the starts with. Ends with, starts with. The two methods are available in the string class. If anybody absent yesterday class, you just go to my YouTube channel and you just watch it. You'll understand how we are going to use the string methods. This is the one way. Sir, if I want to use only the same method, whatever used in the last program. So, can I use the same thing like this? Yes, you can. This is also possible, but you have to do one thing here. To use the same thing, you should use first check the length is greater than 0 or not. After that is you go for this. So here what happened? If the string is null, if the string is empty, then this condition goes to fail. If the condition goes to fail, it doesn't execute this part. You know very well, and the operator is going to true only if both operations are true. If the first operation is fail, the interpreter doesn't go to the second part of the AND statement. That is the process of AND, right? So in these situations, it simply overcome the problem. Is this clear? How you are going to handle the array out of bound exceptions if you use that one? If you have any doubts, please write it in the chat, ma. Okay, and this is the exercise we are going to solve today. What is the exercise, ma? See, take the following Python code that stores a string. Okay, this is the metadata. A string contains, this is the data, x, DSPM, IFN, confidence. So this is the data. How you are, so the requirement is you need to print this data in the float format. That is the requirement. So they have given some parts find string slicing to extract the partition of the string after colon. Okay, so use float function to convert the given data into the using slice or using split also you can use. Okay, anything you can manage. First we will see format specifiers, right, on the editor. After that we will solve this exercise, right. First we will see the format specifiers, right. I have two things, right, a equal to 5, b equal to 6 and c equal to a plus b, right. I need to find the sum of a and b is c, means I need to print the result, like this. See, print of. So what is my task? The sum of a, right. So a is an integer, right, percentage d, and percentage b, sorry, percentage d, b value is percentage c, right. After that I need to print the data in the same order, right, a comma b comma c. Let us see what happened. Yes, see why I got that one. Here I used percentage c, but what is there in the c? It's an integer, right. So integer means I should use percentage d only, right. The sum of 5 and 6 is 11. The sum of 5 and 6 is 11. The sum of 5 and 6 is 11. Is this clear? So do you have any specific thing? Please write it on the chart. I will print the same thing. If you have any doubts or anything, please write it on the chart. Okay, I will display whatever the requirement you have. So we need to print, we need to show the data or output based on the client requirement or the given online editor requirements, right. So according to that you need to form this one. And also see, if you want to store this one in S also, see, some S equal to print of S. Okay, what I did here, I simply format the same thing and put it into the string. From there I am going to access the data. Right? Is this clear? And if you have any requirements, please let me know. I will print on the output. Please note this. After the statement, what happened? All the data is converted into the string. Now the total data is a string format. Total data is in the string format. Sir, for example, can I use percentage %f here? That is not a big issue. It can take the value is percentage %f also, but it printed in the float value. Yes, I got that one thing here. 6 plus 6.8 equal to 12.8, right? 6 plus 6.8 equal to 12.8. See, for example, 6, right? A contains 6 and next B contains 6.8, right? 6.8, right? We need to perform the addition of 6 and 6 prime. Now my task is I need to print the data. In the format what they have given. So what they have given? Percentage First one is integer, right? Percentage D plus percentage F, okay, equal to percentage F, right? Finally answer in the percentage F only. Okay, got it? Is this clear? Is this clear? Right? And one more thing, I got that A equal to 5, B equal to 6, right? So still, if you have any doubts, ask me. I'll tell you. See, what I did here? Sir, why the earlier output I got the 6 zeros, now why it is the only 2 digits? The reason is I used here precision control. Precision control means suppose some interviewers are sometimes the interviewers are output generator. I mean clients, they may ask you have to print only 2 digits. For example, if in currency point of view, how you are going to print 10 rupees 50 pice, right? Like that only we will print. Like that only we will print. Okay, so in these situations, if you want to control, you just use 0.2, just 0.2f, percentage 0.2f. It's enough. You will get the data whatever you have given in the two decimals. In the two decimals. For example, sir, what happen if you use a 3.2f? What is the meaning, sir? Let us see. Nothing will happen, right? You just try from your side. If you have any error, you just note it down. Simply, you will get nothing any specific, right? If you want to know this, see, you will get that many spaces in front of the particular number. In the format specifying, what is the gap you are going to give? What is the gap you are going to give? See, sir, for example, what happen if you use a 10 here? See, it is going to give the 10 spaces before that. Please note this. If you use 6.2 percentage, 6 means that many spaces. That many spaces. So 0.2 represent the precisions. Present the precision. Please note that this one is very important. Okay, if you have any doubts, ask me. I will clarify. Right? Okay. The next task is, what is the task they have given? Right? I'll show you the task. So this is the sentence, right? This is the sentence. From this sentence, I need to separate the float value, right? That is my task. So string is there. From here, I need to separate the it is required to separate the 0.48475. That one I need to separate. It's very simple. I hope you can do from your end also. First I need to print the data. Sorry. Yes. The reason is we have given some unnecessary spaces, right? So Python doesn't allow all the things. And here also think extra spaces maybe, because we copied from Word, right? while scanning the string yes. See, now I got that. So here my requirement is I need to separate that 0.8475 and print it in the format of float, right? First, if you observe clearly the given sentence, it has a two parts. So that the value is separated with the colon, right? It is very simple. You just use a split method, it can simply disperse that one. Or you just use a find method. Find method, you can find the colon position, and based on that you can slicing also. But find, slice, all the things are extra work, right? Instead of that, I'm simply using split method. I'm going to use split method. See how it will work. I'm going to take L equal to s dot split of colon, right? First see what is there in the L. Even in your practice also, try to learn everything. Please note that. Try to learn and print what it is going to give and how it is going to work. You have to analyze. Based on that only you can learn the programming language, right? So if you print L, see it has a two parts, right? It simply divide that value into two parts based on the colon. One side is that x DSPM confidence, right? The next value is 0.8475. Next thing is I need to convert that one. So you know very well where is the value is there in the precision or float equal to. You have to convert into the float, right? Should use float of. Float is a data type, is a conversion function, right? So next the data is available at one index. What is there in the zero index? In the zero index, that x DSPM confidence is there. In the second part, it is contains that one. See, you simply print that one, F. Right? Is this clear? Sir, I don't want to print all the digits. I want to print only up to two precisions. What should I do? That is also we have plan, right? What is that? Percentage F. So instead of printing percentage F, 0.2 and percentage, right? Is this clear? And one more thing, sir, why you got that 0.85 instead of 0.84? The reason is you have a 7, right? 7 is it's going to the seal of the next value. So when the value is more than see for example here the value is 4. Let us see what is the output. 84 only, right? When it has a 85, see, then it will, when the value is 5 and more, that value is transferred to the next value, the previous value. If you are going to cut down the value, it is going to transfer that value to the previous value. Please note that. Is this clear? If you have any doubts, ask me. So if you have any doubts, ask me. So please solve the yesterday task, and you can take any you may have so much of stuff, right, in documents or Word documents. You just take the 5-6 lines and put it into the paragraph. You know already how to print the paragraph. If you observe that the previous classes, you may know that how to take the paragraph. From the paragraph, you should separate only what are the prepositions or So you can plan yourself and try to apply. So data handling, it's very easy in the Python when you comparing the C and CPP. If you want to do the same task in C language, so you required nearly 20 to 30 lines of code. But within the two or three statements, you are getting the same data. It's very simple. That is the reason now the Python goes to very popular. Okay, so thank you very much. My small request, so if you like the class, like it. If you don't like, no problem, you just dislike and give the comment. According to that I will improve myself. Okay, always I'm learner. And if you have please suggest, if you like the channel, suggest my channel your friends also. Okay, thank you ma, thank you very much. I'm the live 2 more minutes. If you have any doubts, ask me, I will clarify in the chat box. So if you have any more updates, ma, exercises, if you want to do more exercises, so here I have given one link. So that link is also I pasted in the web URL, the description. You just find that video, the link. See, the live class is available only up to 8 o'clock. After that, you have to visit, or if you want to learn, if you want to watch again, just go through my channel. The channel I'm